Hello everyone, today I got a really cool and simple position for you to solve. It is white to move and win. You have a knight and a rook versus a queen. Is it possible and how can you do it? Alright, so you can pause the video and try to find the move on your own. Now the most reasonable move here is to obviously play rook a7 check. And if they play king b3, we take the free queen. But they're not going to do that. They're going to play king to b1, defending their queen. Okay, now what? Well, now there are two possible moves. Either knight c3 check, which, might look completely winning, and it is winning, but, it just leads to the same position, but a little bit longer. So, rook a7 check, they go king b1, and then we do the same check, rook b7, and we force them to go back to a2. And what we did here, that we played rook a7 and then rook b7, because in the starting position the rook was on c7, but now we have the same position but the rook on b7, making their king and their queen very limited space to actually move. They cannot really move that much. Now, what is the right idea here? Now, some of you might say, well, there's a check. Some of you might say, well, there's another check. But this, we're just repeating the same position, and this one, we're kind of doing the same. But there's a really cool idea that forces black to completely surrender with only one move. So you have to find the right idea and not the right move. Well, the right idea, because we played rook a7 and then rook b7, because we wanted to control these squares. Why did we want to control these squares? Because we wanted to play king c2. This move is very, very fast and trying to get the checkmate right away, because we're threatening rook a7 checkmate. They cannot move their king. And the idea behind king c2 and rook b7 is to control these squares and not allowing black to have any kind of check, which is really cool. Now here, this is completely losing. If they just take our knight, we just take it. Thank you, and we're winning the game. And the only way for them to just delay the checkmate, it is king a3, we play a check, we kick them away, and then we win the rook. So you had to see king c2, that was the right idea to force black to give up the queen, and then obviously here everybody can win this easy endgame. Thank you for watching.